Hello! I'm going to do a very quick tutorial on how to make Spinach Anthotypes. So yes, I'm sorry if it's a bit wobbly. I've never done this before. But yeah, so we're going to use spinach. This is the sort of end bit, you know, when it goes a bit yucky. So this is good for using it up. And what you need to do is just pop it in the blender. Oh god, it smells really bad. And I use the pulse setting on my blender. So you just want to keep going until it's kind of nice and mushy. Careful not to hurt your fingers. You can also do this with a pestle and mortar, but I think most people will probably have a blender. And I've never done this before, but I would imagine if you smushed it with a spoon like a pestle and mortar, then that would probably work too. And you can add a little bit of water if you want, so I might do that. Okay, cool. So the next part is taking this and putting it into an old pair of tights. Or just any cloth, but these are particularly useful because they're a bit stretchy. And yeah, pop them in a pot like this. You can use a spoon if you want, but I am getting messy today. So yeah, just pop your pulpy, disgusting spinach mush. Any juicy bits in there, and then hopefully you will get some juice coming out. Yes, so give it a nice squeeze, and what will happen is that the juice will come out from the material. Ooh, it's a nice dark green colour because they're really stinky. There we go. And then you can leave this in the fridge for a couple of days to mature if you want, but you can go ahead and pop it onto some paper. Get rid of this later. So I'll just go and get some paper. Okay, so I've got some paper. This is watercolour paper, but you could probably use most papers. I think probably acid-free is what you're looking for. And I've just sort of experimented with lots of different papers before. And you can also use materials. So if you've got a piece of fabric around that you don't know what to do with, then you could just paint it in spinach juice and see how that works out. I've also got a bit of sponge. This is just, you know, Poundland's best. And then you basically just like sponge on the spinach juice. Delicious spinach juice. And you don't have to be too careful about it really. And it's quite nice to get rough edges. Gives it that arty look. And yeah, you're just kind of painting it on like you would with a paintbrush really. But yeah, sponges work just as well. Nice thick layer. There we go. And what you can do is you can wait for this to dry and then put on another layer if you want, but you don't have to. One layer will work fine, and it means that your background is likely to be more white. If you put on another layer, you'll get a darker image, but your background will be a bit tingy green. So yeah, it's up to you really. So yeah, you could do this, wait for it to naturally dry, which is what I usually do. You can leave it out in the light. It's only direct sunlight that you need to be worried about. And yeah, then once it's done, you basically pop objects on top of the paper and flatten it out with a piece of glass. So get an old picture frame and take the picture out of it. Put a leaf on top and put it out in the sun, but maybe I'll do a little bit of a tutorial on that as well. Okay, now we've got the paper coated. I've put 2 coats on that one. This is a piece of material, that's just 1 coat. And then we've got 2 coats on some pages of a book about crystals. I'm going to try out some negatives today, but obviously if you don't have any, that doesn't matter. But these are nice and contrasty, pictures of cats. And I've also got some leaves. So I think what I want to do is, just to illustrate, so you put your paper here and then put some leaves on that paper. Just like that. And then you just put the glass on top, and you can use rubber bands or hair bands to sort of keep it in place, or put it back in the frame if you want, but otherwise I think it's not that windy today, so it probably won't blow away. And then we take it outside and put it in the sunshine. So here is the double coated watercolour paper with the negatives on, and yeah, some good definition in there, that's good. So this is one of the pages from the crystal book, and all of these were exposed for 1 day each. So 1 day out in the sun. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. And this is the other one. I think I like this page better. Yeah, that's really nice.